Hey, what's going on, everyone? Before y'all check out this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button down at the bottom. We appreciate y'all for always showing us love and support. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Unfiltered Brothers, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay blessed.
And with that, welcome back to Unfiltered Brothers. Here you have your boy Derek. To my right, you have your boy Ford.
What's up?
To his right, you got your boy Rand.
Derek, you really did that because it fucked you up last time when you was over here and had nobody to your right. What's going on, everybody?
Yeah. You got your boy Joe over there in the corner.
Gang, gang.
And we got a special guest with us for this
Ain't nothing special about this boy right here.
You know they got low key got beef with each other.
They don't
We
low
got your
key.
boy Aaron with us back with us for this episode.
Thank you so much.
How you feeling today, man? Good.
I'm a little stressed because Joe right next to me, but other than that, I'm good. You know how I feel about
Get
being.
attention. Get that tension off you, man.
Get the fuck off.
He gonna get that right off you.
Get that tension
But
off
I'm
you, man.
good though. I'm
Good.
good.
Everybody good here?
Hell no.
What's wrong with you, man?
I got some beside Aaron.
Keep my name out your fucking mouth.
You was waiting too, weren't you?
Hey, and with that, we're going straight into this.
Oh, that's right.
shit.
No small talk. No
We're
small
going
talk.
straight into this shit.
We talked about it briefly last night.
Nigga.
We had to say that topic for the day.
Nigga. What the fuck happened?
Staged. That's what happened.
You think it's staged for real?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yes. He hit the mic for one. Two, I know this because I have a theater background.
Oh, here you go.
I do. First of all, when you slap somebody, you don't do all like that. When you get hit, you recoil, but it's not all the way the fuck over there.
I don't know. Will
Niggas get hit different, bro.
Second, the Oscars views have been horrible. Like their ratings
that's
have
true.
been
I heard.
horrible for the past few years. So it's like,
What better way?
what better way to get these ratings up? Because that
Yeah,
happened
that's
in the
true.
first little bit of the
I
show.
think they probably went up this year because this is the first time they had a black producer for the show. And they got Beyonce performing right at the beginning.
That's true.
Hey, look, I don't really want no smoke, but she do look like G.I. Jane. They put the cover of the truck beside a picture of her. That's some true shit.
Now
I
we
think
gonna
this is
get
an
canceled.
all-time new. I think we made it probably about 5 minutes of the episode with me saying this has been another episode of Unfiltered
You know, fuck.
Shit.
But it's like,
See me. I'm gonna be like Shannon Sharp. I ain't gonna have the same motherfucking reaction as that motherfucker. I'm gonna hit your ass back. Oh
Hey, Shannon, hey, you saw him trying to skip. Hey,
my
he-
god.
I'm gonna whoop his ass.
Yeah. Shannon won't play it. He says there's 3 things you can do to black people. He said it was spit,
N-word.
the N-word, and whatever.
Slap.
Yeah, I was like,
That is disrespectful.
it was like, if you look at snapshots, Chris was laughing right before he hit him.
but could that be because you think that maybe he wasn't expecting it?
Yeah, he wasn't expecting it though.
Like, he thought it was a joke all the way up there?
That stays, bro. Like, first, and like another thing with it, let's think about it. After everything that happened with the entanglement, how come he did it now?
Why
At
he ain't
the
smacked that
Os-
motherfucker
at
off?
the Oscars to Chris Rock,
But-
who ain't really said nothing about the entanglement. That don't make no sense.
But they ain't had nothing to do with the entanglement. It could
That's
have
like,
been built up.
that's like if you all would
It could
say
be
some
some
shit about,
underlining stuff.
Yeah.
We don't know
but
about.
but
You know
that
he
be
was talking shit in 2016 at the Oscars.
Yeah, you had brought that up last night. What was that about?
What? Like
You
the
say he-
underlining beef? Like,
Yeah.
Well, the 2016, he was like, that's when Jada was like protesting the Oscars because Will wasn't not. I guess that's the reason because Will wasn't nominated, and pretty much he was gave her some bars on the stage. Pretty much like he was like Jada protested the Oscars like me protesting Rihanna panties. I wasn't invited.
Damn.
And then,
Whoa.
then he
That's
was
funny.
then he was talking about Will. He was like, because I think that year, what's that movie called? What's the movie called? Will was in
Which one? In 2016.
football movie. It was a football movie.
Oh, Concussion.
Concussion. I guess it didn't get nominated or something like that. And I guess he was joking about that, but then he was like, well, pretty much he shouldn't be mad because he got 20 mil for Wild Wild West or some shit like that. So
Damn.
he went in a little bit, but I feel like it's more to that.
But he's a comedian.
Yeah,
But
that's
but
what
I don't think
feel
it's
like
more than that though, bro. They both actors. Like Will is a trained actor. They cry on cue, get mad on cue, get happy on cue. Like I can turn up on y'all right now, and I really don't have no issue with you because I'm trained to do shit like that. I can cry right now, and nothing is wrong with me. Shit like this happens all the time for promotions. shit happens like this all the time to get ratings up. Like you can go back to even like further in the 80s when stuff like this would happen. When dude who played the Russian in Rocky IV, Dolph Lundgren, was about to get into a fight with Jean-Claude Van Damme. They did that to promote a movie. But then something else like that came to mind about this, though, in my opinion, is really why the Oscars. If you really had an issue, you would have handled this somewhere else or somehow else.
But what if? But that's my thing, though. You're making it seem like they had beef before they got on camera, which might be true. But what if it was just Will snapping?
And that's what I'm saying. Like you're saying, they're actors. So one of my takes on it, you see Will laughing.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a fake laugh. I mean, they front row. Chris is a comedian.
Oh, so that's what we were talking about last night.
You gotta pretend that this jokes is
all
funny.
right. So let's.
Wait, that's not.
But people been kicked out the Oscars for way less.
That's true.
People been kicked out for being late, having their
true,
phones, having alcohol, and no security guard took him out.
But this is different.
If he really would have hit him, they would have escorted him out.
No. This is different.
Yes,
though.
they would have.
You got to realize that this right here is a year of. First of all, it was pro-black. And you got the first black male.
I don't give a shit if it was pro-Asian, whatever.
But that's not. That's
if the
point.
motherfucker hits somebody and if it's real, they will escort you out.
It's not as simple as you just doing what the
yes,
fuck you
it
want.
is.
No, it's not. It's
That's
politics,
security.
nigga.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You can't do what you want to do because you want to do it. That's politics. This is like you said. Everything is Hollywood. So they kick Will out. Then Twitter comes up and is like, oh, they kicking the black man out because he won. Blah, 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 black to record. They're mad.
It's already happening now because they're talking about, they calling Will an animal, calling him a monster. So either way, this shit was still happening.
Yeah, I mean.
You got black people. You got black people going on him calling them shit too. So
I see more black people saying that's how you supposed to defend a woman.
The bitch cried when they found out about the tangle, but now you want to smack a nigga because he said your wife looked like G.I. Jane. What'd she do?
I'm not going there with Rand.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's what comedians do, man.
It is, but at the same time.
Don't get in your feelings.
At the same time.
But I disagree with that too, though.
My thing. This
Look, don't nobody give a fuck. If you saw that fucking picture, Joe.
I get you.
No, I get what you're saying on that.
But this is what I'm saying. I get you.
Don't be scared.
But
fuck the internet.
Like Chris said, like any comedian would say, it's a certain line you can't cross. Any comedian would say that.
I don't even think about the line though. I think it was more or less that wasn't a fucking set.
It was,
nigga, you was hosting.
Yes, it is a set.
No, that's not a set. You're hosting.
It is a set.
This isn't Chris Rock live.
He was just out there.
Yeah, this ain't Chris Rock live at the Oscars,
if
nigga.
If you look at comedians in award shows, their time on stage is damn near a set. Look at Steve Harvey.
The monologues.
Yes, look at Steve Harvey opening the ESPYs. Look at the writers who wrote for Peyton Manning with the KD and Russell
But then
Westbrook
my
joke.
question with that whole thing is this: you like, all right, cool. He a comedian, he doing this shit, whatever, like that. The joke wasn't even geared towards Jada in the beginning. It was geared toward Dude, his wife, and Will, the nominees. He threw Jada in that bitch like randomly. So,
that's what comedians do. Unfortunately, that's what they do.
They act like he an expert on every goddamn thing.
I'm not an expert.
I was part-time comedian.
But I know how the stage works, so why wouldn't you?
Would anybody have the same reaction if you got DC up there and said some shit like that?
This is my take on it. Right? This is my take on it. One is a different. It's not a comedian show, right? But at the same time, like I was talking to somebody today, it was like, cause it's condition. She got something. I forgot.
She got the condition.
Alopecia.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
My thing is, if it was something that she joked about previously, then
fair game.
I disagree with that too, though, because my thing is, I get what you're saying. I feel like with niggas, like if I joke on my weight, then it's fair game. But women are different. Women will make a joke about something, but then you'll make that joke.
We're not gonna get into this conversation about women. We're not about to. I'm not doing that one.
Look, you just called her bald headed.
Right.
I didn't call her bald head. I said she looked like. On the meme I saw, she did look like her. I'm just.
So you too late.
I know you already in it.
Already died in the DC.
No, wait a minute, Nate. Wait a minute. Y'all talk about women as a whole. I'm talking about her.
That's a woman.
But
they gonna stick beside each other.
I don't give a fuck.
No, they will. They will take that joke. They'll take that jab at you. Do you say something and then you the worst person ever? I've seen this shit happen.
You think it's all fun and games? You made one joke too far. Next thing you know, you sleep on the couch with no blanket and stuff, with a busted up pillow.
Joe, did that happen last night?
Hold me.
So this has been another episode of Unfiltered Brothers.
That's personal. That was real personal.
Yeah, I felt that.
Sounded so sincere.
All right, so like, say if it is real, right? What are y'all reaction to it? Both ways. So if you was real, what would you do? If you was Chris Rock, what would you do?
On some real shit, I think is wrong on both sides.
But no, he's saying like, what would you if the joke was made towards you and your girl? What would you have done?
What would
No,
I?
no, yeah.
Was I right? Was he right?
You know, you good. It's
See,
still
so
the
fuck
same.
you.
Yeah,
Pretty
same
much,
thing.
he's saying
Shut up.
both is wrong. So
That's the fucking question.
I was, and I was rudely interrupted.
All right, I'm about to go.
so
Skip
if
this
you was
nigga.
Chris Rock, you wouldn't say nothing about it.
You know, on some real shit, no. Because I really wouldn't have thought about that shit till I saw that. That's why I said what I said earlier. I really wouldn't have. Why?
How
I
about
wouldn't.
Will in his situation?
I think he could have handled it differently. Why, like he was saying, why the Oscars? Look how big it is. So now you want to make and you didn't make a big scene about what happened at that fucking that red table talk either. So why make a big deal about
My
this?
man was hurt at that red table talk.
You talking about the one with him and Jada?
Yeah. So I mean,
My man was hurt. I mean, but
you ain't know none of that, man.
But my thing at the same time,
He ain't
y'all
slap
agreed. They
Did he
agreed
slap
to that.
August Alsina?
That's the thing, though. They agreed to an open relationship. So much.
But
you
she
can't
took
get mad about.
advantage of him. She
That's
took
true.
advantage
No,
of
that's
August.
true.
So that's different than the guidelines of being in a polyamorous relationship.
No, that's true.
You manipulated a young man who was going through mental health struggles to fuck
We're
him.
not doing that again. I ain't got no fucking money to give nobody for spelling the word right this time. I'm still mad at that nigga for winning that last
That
one.
nigga still
Hey,
killed. Nah,
I'm still mad at that man. You know how mad I was to pull that cash up? I was like, golly.
Damn.
Oh, we about to do another spell?
No, we not.
Oh, about to say, we got it. But the terms of in that relationship is yes, you have the right to sleep with whoever, even though you're in a committed relationship with somebody else. What she did to August is foul as fuck. You took advantage of a man who was mentally defeated, destroyed, and ill to fuck him for your pleasure.
And then threw him away.
And then threw him away. You like Jada likes to think she's helping people. She doesn't.
We kind of touched on that before.
Oh, yeah. We had that whole conversation, too.
That's like she thinks she helps people, but she doesn't. She's like there's selfishness in all of us and things that we do, but when does that line stop? You saw this light skinned nigga walk in your house. You thought he was all that.
Drop that dick off to her and it was a wrap.
No, he delivered that shit like Amazon. But at the end of the day, you was still wrong for that.
I'm gonna use that.
Drop the
Look
dick
at
off?
that shit like Amazon.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Goddamn right. I'm gonna use that shit.
That's funny.
What about y'all?
Thank you,
Go
thank
forward.
you.
What you think about it? Both situations.
I think he could have handled it better because that's like the way the world scene was before that. I think they maybe kind of fucked up his reputation because for those ones who thought that like he was serious. So like, and with Chris Rock, I mean, he really didn't have to throw Jada in it.
Motherfucker, if that was Neil Long, I'd have shot that bitch.
Damn.
Thank y'all for joining me on Woke. I appreciate it. I switched the whole show.
This was the whole podcast.
I told you I was gonna make this my show when I came in.
This a joke, people. This a joke. This a joke. This a joke.
That nigga's, shoot that bitch.
He'd caught the hands for real. That was the Neil Long.
Nah, I feel you. Nah, I feel
Neil
you.
Long okay.
If it was Megan,
You already know what's
Megan
up.
good.
Megan would have got it there herself.
I don't know.
Megan good, just a pretty face. She can't act.
Oh, you talking about Megan?
Watch your mouth, man.
We had this conversation on my podcast.
Here we go.
She can't
Here we
act.
go. Here we go.
What? Here we go. What? Oh, she can't. Oh, the woman.
No. It's not that.
Oh.
You talking about that man, woman over
About his
there.
woman. Oh,
Hey, you
my
gotta
bad.
stop.
Oh, you want me to keep her name on my fucking mouth?
Keep her fucking wife.
Oh, you gotta tag her in this one. You gotta show her how you repping her.
Yeah, man, I got you. Go to my phone. I had to straight first.
Joe.
No, he was over there dropping knowledge. He's like, I think that Will Smith could have handled this.
Yeah, I was being, just.
Chris situation. If you was Chris.
I think the joke was uncalled for. But then again, like I said, like
And they said he didn't know about it, the condition.
yeah, like I was saying that, and I feel like
A lot of
Aaron
people
gonna
didn't
get
know
mad
about
at what I'm about to say because Aaron
Ain't
don't
gonna
like,
get mad regardless.
Aaron don't like women.
Don't believe this monkey ass nigga over here.
Every time
Put your silverback ass up.
every time me and Aaron get the
You
argument,
don't like your girl.
I just know Aaron deep
No,
down he
no.
do not like women.
Joe likes to let women get away with not. Let's make it. Joe likes
See,
for
look, they
women
stubborn over
to
his
not
words.
have accountability, and I hold everybody accountable. Man, woman, black, white, don't
But
matter.
he holds women extra accountable.
Hey, look, before you say what you gonna say, anybody else mad that Derek got this Bud Light and we ain't got
Bro,
none?
y'all wanna
Bro, you know
Y'all
what?
mean
Matter of
put
fact, thank you,
a
Rand.
shot
So we
glass
can shot glass of beer.
why not?
Who
No
drinks
small
shots-
talk,
who
my
drinks
bad.
shots of
Like,
beer?
boy, ain't gonna get turned off that.
Don't try to switch the subject. Don't you put this on my board for? We know for the lightweight. That ain't the conversation. Look at Ford face. Oh, this is why we need a camera person so I can have someone zoom in on Ford face.
Oh God. I mean,
But yeah, you foul for that, man. You foul for
I
that.
got you next time.
All right, time for the next line. Go ahead, Joe.
They really pressed about this beer.
I
Did y'all?
personally, I think the joke was uncalled for because I feel like to make fun of a black woman's hair
Yeah,
in front of a majority of white people.
Yeah, he don't do that.
I think that's where it's like. Go ahead, Aaron.
No, I was suggesting.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, it's
Go
my
ahead.
hand.
But no, I think that it's like I see it from like multiple points of view. I see it from one. I see it from a nigga point of view. You know, you a comedian. You at the top. Like Chris Rock is like a legend in the game at this point. You know, so it's like in my head, you can pretty much say what you want to say. You can do what you want. Like, you know, it's whatever at this point. So, do I think the joke was out of line? Yes, but do I think that he shouldn't have made the joke? I don't really know because as a comedian, we let them joke.
Let me do a follow up question. You think the joke was out of line because it was on national TV? Because if it was in a comedy show, that shit would have flew.
And that's what I'm saying too, though, because you know, like, since I think the setting plays the part of the context. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at the context of a situation, I give you a perfect example. You can sit there, you can argue with your girl in private all you want. But let's say it's us hanging all together and you start, you know, you had a little spit and spat in public. The context of the situation is different is because of the people that you're around. It could be the same argument, but it'll be different because it's of the setting. Changes the context of the argument. So I think that played a huge part in it.
Well, may I ask you this? This is honestly just
No, go ahead.
just an honest question. When is it just realized that some things are just a joke versus when are some things going across the line?
And to answer your question, like that's why I'm like I can't get mad at Chris because it could have just been a joke. It could have just been like him being a comedian. You know, as a comedian, it's fuck everybody. You know, sorry, mama.
No.
It's everybody.
I'm
like
just asking,
you know?
just because,
Fool
like,
said, sorry, mama, like we don't cuss on here on the record.
Yeah, I told I was gonna stop doing all that cussing, man.
you lied.
I
Anyway,
lied so bad.
but no, seriously, like, real question. It's like me personally. I think some jokes are just jokes.
Yeah.
But reading the room is important. But like Derek said, what if we had a comedy show? I said what I said. If you don't like it, you can leave. But
yeah.
it's the Oscars. But like I said before, once you put somebody in their element, a comedian on stage,
And-
they're gonna crack a joke.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart cracked a joke at one of Michael Jordan's events, and he was making fun of Mike's pants, and you could tell Mike did not like the joke. But it's Kevin Hart.
Oh, you know, even
Steve
better
Harvey
one,
did it at the ESPYs.
Even when Jamie Foxx did it to old boy, I forgot who it was.
That's something else I want to talk about.
But go ahead, go ahead.
I was just saying the people you call are black males. They don't give a fuck if it's a man. It's a
Oh,
woman.
so you think that? But then you know that was part two of the conversation too. They was like, if Will was the product of a joke,
The butt of the joke.
then Jada wouldn't have rode that hard for Will. And you know that's
But that's why I was like, I see both sides because we don't know how she really feel about that condition.
Well, another comedian made a joke about Jada later. I think it was Amy Schumer. They said it was. She made a joke about Jada later that night, but it didn't get blown up how we're talking about this conversation.
What was like? Was it dealing with?
It was dealing with the alopecia.
I didn't see that.
That's the thing. We don't see that because no one watches the Oscars anymore. But everyone watched that damn clip.
That's true.
I mean,
That's true.
I ain't gonna hold you like that. Nigga slapped somebody. I'm like, hey, that's a wild. Hey,
Okay.
fake or real? That's
Okay,
wild.
but, like, so
But
would we
thing
be
is-
having the same conversation if, like, I didn't mean to cut you off. Like, if Amy Schumer made a joke about Will and them cheating, and Jada went up and slapped her, would we still be having this conversation? Would it
Oh, most
still
definitely.
would it still be trending how it was? I seriously doubt that.
I think, but
I
this-
seriously
I
doubt that.
think
I
you
think
could
we're
have
having
put.
this conversation just because it's
No, we can
them.
have the conversation, you're
No,
right.
I'm just saying it's them. Like they've been the butt of jokes for like the past 2 years.
Yeah.
We say it all the time. I'm Team Will all the way.
Yeah,
I say it all the time.
And
Pray for
Jada
my
opened
nigga-
up that window though.
I'm about to say I say it all the time. Pray for my nigga Will.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say if it was real. Some people think it's fake, whatever. Let's say if it's real. He's just tired, and you got to really get out of your like. You got to really be going through some shit to get up on national TV and slap somebody. Not just somebody. Slap Chris Rock.
Because
who
I
is a
do-
fucking legend in the industry.
Because
Right.
you know, like
That's if it's real.
Pete next.
P. Who? Oh. not Skeet.
hey, hey.
Look, Kanye
Kanye
wasn't
ain't
there,
gonna
so
do
they had to have some other news.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Whether it's fake or real, I think that the conversation about like mental health really needs to be talked about. Because if it is real and he had that mental breakdown at the highest point in his career, that shows you. You know, like you say, he's been the butt of the joke for like 2 years now, and it's like, you know, we kind of hyped it up. We kept it going, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and I think that whether it being fake or real, you got to realize like let's backtrack a little bit.
That nigga started to get lost.
No. I did, but I want to touch on this point before I go on that tangent. So Will. So the clip shows, you know, if you watch the whole clip from the start of Chris making the joke, after he makes the joke about G.I. Jane, Will laughs. Then it cuts to Chris, and then it shows Will getting up and slapping Chris. So my question is, at what point? Because I do kind of agree with Aaron. I do think it's kind of fake because
And I can see why people think it's real.
I see it as if you make a joke about. First of all, if I got beef with you off the rip, and you make a joke about my girl, ain't no laughing, ain't no talking. I would have got up at the end of that joke and I would have spazzed out on dude.
This is my thing. Let's not act like sometimes we catch on shit late.
Nah, I wouldn't. I agree with that.
That's
but
fair
that's your
to
girl
say,
though.
But you gonna hear something like that, like
Yeah, you
that's
know
why
what I'm saying?
Because
That's
he was already laughing at the previous joke, and then he said.
but they caught him laughing.
Nah,
at that joke,
I disagree,
too.
bro.
They
Because
caught him
that's
laughing.
just
he was already laughing. I mean, that's
They-
why I said
They caught him smiling after that joke
nah.
with the people.
I disagree because you know, like, as much as an actor as you can be, you're still a human, bro. Like, you catch things as a human. First, but then okay, going back to my point, he was laughing at the previous joke and he was still laughing. I don't think Will gave a fuck about Jada. Sorry, mama. I don't think Will gave a damn about Jada.
As he still cusses.
It's a lesser one. But because my thing is, I think Will got up because Jada said something. Or maybe that was like his cue to get up to perform the slap. Because my thing is,
Jada face after he
don't
said
know.
the joke.
I mean,
yeah, because Jada didn't laugh about that
Yeah.
shit at first. Like,
But
you
it's
know
like
what I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm saying. Let's look at some other stuff. Like I said, the KD situation with Peyton Manning making a joke about him joining the women's Olympic swim team. We saw KD face.
He's still talking about men though.
I know, but it's not even just take out the gender. The point of being offended. The point that you didn't
Gotcha,
like
gotcha,
the
gotcha,
joke.
gotcha.
KD was visibly
Yeah,
that wasn't fucking
facts.
funny to him. It doesn't matter in this case of gender. It just matters in the case of disrespect. That's the point I'm talking about.
I'll give you a good case in point. Before we even started recording, and we was just chopping our shit, and I was like, I don't give a damn about Tunisia. And Ford said, watch your mouth. That's the reaction I was expecting. Like, quick. Like, the second you bring my girl's name up, this ain't no joke no more. And I think that's what I feel like. I feel like it's got to be fake because or Will and Jada at a point now where they just ain't fucking with each other.
I don't know. Everything ain't just instant like that though, bro.
Ain't nothing that delayed, bro.
Derek,
Bro,
if somebody
especially
say
if you're
something
natural,
about your mama,
you Will Smith.
you not gonna,
But okay, but my point
real
is,
shit.
You're
but
Will
okay,
Smith.
my point exactly though. My point exactly. Like you're Will Smith, you already don't give a fuck to the point where you getting up and you slapping this dude. But But my thing is, you had enough composure to giggle the joke off. You know what I'm saying? It couldn't have triggered him that much for him to get up and slap him if he was initially laughing.
And that's why, like, I'm not trying to sound like the expert, but what my background is something. If I act, I'm
as you
not
sound like the expert.
not theater, but okay, I'm a communication studies major. Y'all work with cameras and shit. So when you see an action happen from the camera's point of view, you're supposed to capture it. If it really was, don't talk about my fucking wife, they would have caught Will walking up to the stage instead of the cut of him walking towards Chris.
Yeah, bro, because it was like.
I mean, but he was right there though.
But Chris made the joke, and then Chris started talking about something else. He got on to the next
Actually,
topic.
if you look, he was watching Will, and it was like, like it's cues, bro. It's cues. Like once again, I get why some people think that this can be real, but just looking at the holes in it, what the things we're not looking at. That's why I think it's fake, not just from my knowledge, but everything that follows with it. Like, if this was serious, you wouldn't have been laughing.
I guess. Charlamagne said he talked to Chris Rock afterwards.
Charlamagne said everything.
He don't like Charlamagne at all.
I don't mind Charlamagne. Some things he says I don't fuck with. That's about it.
No, he was just calling to check on him.
What did he say? Chris?
He was just good. He was good and everything.
All right, so because I know we got another topic, but let's talk about this just a little bit more.
You go ahead.
So
another last point. Go ahead.
So all right, so let's say hypothetically it's real.
Okay.
What would y'all have done if y'all was Will in that situation?
If I was real,
Yeah.
Hold on, am I Will that don't give a fuck about Jada? Or
No, you're in Will's place with your girl now.
Bro, you gotta take all of that into consideration, bro. Yeah. Will has been embarrassed. That's I'm gonna say that.
But we're not talking about Will right now. We talking about
if I was Will.
But
that's what I'm saying. You said if I was Will.
No. I'm saying like you gotta realize we're not talking about Will. We're talking about Jada. Yeah. Jada was embarrassed. Will didn't give a fuck.
But no, I'm saying you saying if I was in Will's position, I'm saying Will is a strong fucking individual because she has been embarrassing that nigga for a long ass time, and you gotta really love a motherfucker to go through that shit and still be right beside.
Because at that red table, I would have said shit.
I wouldn't even got on the.
I wouldn't even did the red table talk.
I wouldn't even did the red table talk.
Yeah, I would have just called it quits.
Will is a different individual, bro. He gotta really love. This
I don't even know if it's love at that point, bro. That's like
it's love. It's a different type of love, but it's love.
It's love.
I don't want it.
I know love make you blind, but it shouldn't make you like
so
lose your
all of that
integrity.
into consideration, and you. And if that's a subject, if that's a touchy subject that y'all don't make fun of, and a nigga that already been talking shit about your wife in the past, you gotta take all of that in consideration. Then you don't want to look like a fucking punk or a bitch on national TV. Like, damn, you ain't stick up for your wife. Like, you gotta take all of that in consideration.
So you thinking like. I kind of get what you're saying too, because
it ain't the love Jesus head on the cross. I tell you that.
Hey, boy. Hey, you right about that. That ain't I don't know, Ray. It might be that unconditional love right there.
Can't nobody be Jesus.
Yeah, you right about that. But I think it might be the closest thing because he accept that one for everything.
Couldn't be me.
We're different though, because that's the same man that say he had so much shit that he threw up.
No. He didn't throw up. He said he felt sick, not throw up sick.
Well,
but he couldn't stomach it. Like, it was a bad thought. You know how you feel bad when you do something bad? That's the thought he was talking about.
What's bad about sex?
I ain't never had.
Not the fucking.
That's another episode.
It was
Not the fucking.
not talking about the fucking. He was talking the feeling. Because he loved
y'all
Jada.
two. You know what? Listen,
I
feel great.
So you would feel great fucking another woman.
No.
That's what he was talking about.
But see, I don't have that poly relationship they have.
whatever you call it.
Why you say like a
The
disease?
Polynesian relationship.
Them polys.
Last point. Finish what you going.
Oh, I was just saying, like, you know, do you think Will was justified in what he did?
I think both. I mean, I see both sides. If it was real, Chris had the right as a comedian. He has the right to say what he wants.
You gonna let him talk to you like that?
And
Wouldn't be me.
Will just. He's just. I think he could have. If he really want to slap him, I think he could have waited until Chris got backstage.
But you know, that's the other thing too. Damn, yeah, I love the second half of this episode, but damn, it's a good topic.
I wonder what Tyler Perry and Denzel Washington was talking to him about.
You know what, for real, if it's fake, they probably was like, good job, you did well, blah, blah, blah. Probably gave him some pointers. But if it was real, like dead real, they probably really had to calm him down. Because where I was going with this was, I see it from multiple points
That's
of
what I'm
views.
saying.
That nigga
Like-
Denzel really talk to you like he your damn daddy.
Mm-hmm.
You feel so bad,
What happened?
Denzel. That bitch talk to
that
you like
might-
he
that
really
might-
your daddy.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I take it. I feel like
even,
Denzel,
like,
yeah.
if it was real, you wouldn't have that conversation in public anyway. Be like, hey, Will, step outside real quick. Let me talk to you.
Well, he put him
I
to
mean,
the
but they couldn't
side.
really-
They put him to the side.
They on a time.
They were still on the main
time.
stage though.
They on
Yeah,
a
but it was-
time
yeah,
limit,
it was a
though,
time
you know what I'm
consuming
saying?
thing,
You can
yeah.
hear them counting, like,
It was
you gotta
commercial
clear the front.
break.
Yeah,
It was a commercial break.
So
Yeah,
they
it's fair
pulled them,
point.
like, closer
But
to the corner.
Fair
I
point.
see it as whenever black men are angry or upset or we act out, it becomes so big. Like it's like, oh, it's a whole thing. Like the shit went trending on Twitter like it won't nothing. And I mean, this is just my opinion, but white people act out all the time. Like celebrity,
damn
regulars,
celebrity.
whatever. Like they do what they want to do. And it's kind of just like, oh, it's a normal thing. But, we always have to be the ones. We always have to be the bigger person.
Yes,
We always got to pull them to the side and be like, yo, man, that joke wasn't fair. But, when you're the exceptional Negro, that's what you do. You pick your time and your place. But as a man, you disrespecting my woman on national TV in front of all these white people when we fought to get to where we are. Oh, I had to do something. Now, slap, I don't know. I might have to steal off on a dude. I mean,
I hope Jada gave him some ass for that.
hey, I ain't gonna hold you.
Yo, this
Yo,
shit,
and
Tiffany
that's the crazy
Haddish-
part.
Tiffany Haddish was like, yeah, you gotta suck his dick from the back. Use it,
My
man.
mama watches this podcast.
And we gonna close out on that topic.
You gotta call this.
Y'all
episode
gonna stop
that.
acting like we ain't unfiltered.
we gonna call it.
You got.
That's what I like it. I like
You gotta
it. I
call this
like it.
episode "Suck It from the Back."
We ain't never gonna stop talking about shit.
You gonna stop cutting me the fuck off, man.
That's
Talk
clear.
your,
That's
hey, Rand,
clear.
talk your shit, boy.
Name what I am.
Because in the back of the
When
head,
y'all had
we
the title-
agree.
Oh,
When y'all had, you gotta give me a leg. I was like, the fuck they
You gotta
talking
give me a
about?
leg or something.
I had to watch that episode, bro. That was a good episode.
At your spot when we were doing the debate. What's the debate? Or
Oh
what's the
yeah.
Oh, chop up.
Yeah, nigga, something.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
was a
that's
wild boy for that.
We shouldn't have did that.
I mean, I said I'll punch my mama.
But-
We don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Thank y'all for letting me be on the show.
This is why
Thank
you
you
people.
for coming, man.
This is why you people tune in to the show.
Yeah, but
But yeah,
this episode,
with the
I
main
wanted
topic
to
supposed to be.
just maybe just stir the pot just a little
We don't
bit.
give a fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Make it a little
What's in the pot?
controversial. Maybe just a little
Mix
bit.
that
You know
motherfucker
what
up.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Get you
some
to
beef.
think. Be
Get the
open
vegetables
minded
in
a
it.
little bit. So we're gonna go around. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get around to everybody.
Hey, look, if you
know what
don't
I'm
get
saying?
around to everybody, God bless you. We thank you for coming on. We thank you, for tuning in to this episode of Unfiltered Brothers,
But just just go around. Everybody get their thoughts of just
aka
some shit
Unfiltered
that
Woke.
they may thought about that may
Thank
be controversial to the rest of the world. Maybe some conspiracies.
Can I
or
go first?
Something.
Woke
You
is
got
better
it?
than Unfiltered Brothers. At me.
Stop the cap.
I don't mean it. I don't mean it.
Here's what we turn the camera
All
off.
right, so
Oh, look,
And
you
when
turn the
you-
camera off. All you hear is mink, mink, mink,
And
mink.
when you come back and see his eye a little purple, he just walked into the wall.
Fucking hands
Out your mouth.
Say what? Unfiltered.
Yo, this is what we gonna do. We gonna cut the sound out. then we gonna drop the actual sound on our Patreon with the Japanese people talking in the back. Can't take down. I'm the brothers.
That's stupid. Rand, you want to start us off? You said you had some.
Hey, look, real, I do,
What's up?
but I don't think I want to. But you want to talk about something that's crazy and whatever the fuck we supposed to be talking about. Let's just talk about how crazy motherfuckers acted when they came out with that 2012 shit with that Mayan calendar.
Ooh, the end of the world shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My black ass was scared. I
thought
said,
that shit was
Jesus is
real?
really coming to get me. I mean, I'm ready.
You thought this shit was real?
I got
Well, when I found out about the Mayan calendar, I was like, oh, I ain't really worried about it too much.
one for you.
But that fucking movie fucked me up.
What,
Movie
2012?
2012?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like disaster movies. I'll sit there and watch a ghost movie all day, but I don't like the world
This might
ending.
sound crazy, but I'd rather like blow up before I drown.
Oh yeah, facts. That's That's you suffering. I'd rather just go out like that. I don't want to
Take
suffer.
me out quick.
But
I
that's
can't swim. You
that's
see
crazy. You
see
said that though,
shit
Red.
coming, boy. I had a heart attack before that shit coming.
But that's crazy. You said that because I had saw some crazy shit TikTok.
We ain't supposed to be there.
We ain't supposed to exactly.
Yeah, you know that.
We ain't supposed to be there.
They said that how when you die, your life flashes.
I saw that, and it was
Before
like your
you-
brain 7 minutes, so we
I
all
was
dead.
like, I was like, oh, that's a crazy. I said, oh, that might be facts. Like, how do you know if we really alive or
And
not?
that's where I got the 2012 shit from, because he was like, after that, it was like everybody thought the world was ending, so people remember shit one way but not another.
Yeah, because what was it called? Aaron, no, he's a professional. What's the thing called when I remember one thing one way and it's another way, but it's like the collective conscious remembers things one way. It's something called the something
Selective
effect.
memory?
Man, come on,
I'm
did it.
really trying to remember.
They do it with all the time, but like they'll show like a picture of Pikachu and they'll have Pikachu one
Oh,
way.
the Mandela effect.
That's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Mandela effect. See,
Nelson?
That's a smart motherfucker.
hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Hey,
I
I ain't gonna hold you. When I got a question, I look straight to Aaron. I be like, Aaron, confirm.
Shit, I was about to say deja vu. So
No, there's a theory about deja vu
yeah,
too.
yeah, no, I
wasn't that.
I do believe
I believe deja vu. I felt
I've
like
had it happen to
I
me.
felt like I experienced deja vu. before.
I've had
You
I
have.
have it all the
Everyone
time.
has experienced deja vu. Bro.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, I know I did this shit already,
Bro.
Some people say it's a glitch in the system.
I believe, yeah.
what
I-
system?
That's
There's a
I be damn.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what the glitch in your system is. It's your Picasso. That thing
Stop.
changed every time I get here.
You know what? Nah, I brought that. I thought that was a gift.
Hey, but somebody take this bitch down.
I like your house. It's very lovely. It's very lovely. But no, that's the glitch in the system. Deja vu is because we live in the Matrix. Nothing is real. We're all in a simulation.
what I'm gonna touch on.
Oh,
You know
think
he
That's part of my shit.
how did we get
I did a whole presentation on it.
So the government
from?
already
The
know
chicken
what I'm
or
about
the
to do
egg?
tomorrow.
the chicken on
The
the
government?
fucking egg?
Is it the government?
or aliens?
Or like because it's like think about it. Like think about it. If
No,
you
never do that
say
again.
Dino Nuggets right now,
Don't.
damn, I really want some Dino Nuggets. You're gonna see a Tyson ad on your timeline for any social media.
No cap.
One day I thought about silverware because I was moving. I was like,
Oh
damn,
my
we need
God,
silverware,
bro.
And then I
Yeah.
see ads for silverwares,
went
couches.
I went to yeah, this is when I went to the 85 South Show in North Carolina, and we stopped at the Sheets, and we couldn't decide. I think it was like late or something, so we couldn't decide what the fuck we like wanted. Liquor store was closed down. I was like, shit, I ain't drink a Four Loko in a while. Got a Four Loko. I paid for it cash. Got in the car. Got on my Snapchat.
Four
Four
Loko.
Loko ad came. I said, I ain't never see this shit.
Loco got
Four Loko ad. I said, oh nah, these niggas is good. My agent working. I gotta pay that nigga over.
Oh, you're FBI
My
agent.
agent be
Wow.
working.
Hey, that's hilarious, boy.
Get that man a raise.
My agent be working, nigga.
That's
I don't
funny.
know. Hey, yo, Experiment 626. Like, whoever you is.
Stitch, nigga.
Oh boy.
Got the colors on.
Fuck you.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Nah, that's it. I gotta go. I can't deal with this.
This has been another episode of Woke. Thank you.
Stop doing that.
Look, he texted me. He said, when I get there, I want the whole show to be about me.
Yeah. I text Derek. I was like, this is my shit.
Nigga stupid. Aaron, what you got for us? What's your thought?
I was thinking, do I want to hit y'all with the real, deep, fuck your mind up
Fuck it.
shit, or do I want to go with the shit that I personally feel connected to? I'm probably gonna do both. Fuck it. Since it's my show.
Hate this.
It's your show, dog. I'm gonna let
The
you have
first
it.
thing I was gonna say, just to spark conversation, is the church is a scam.
Woo.
Just to start a
Uh-oh.
conversation. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
I'm spiritual.
Woo!
Not believing in God, but the structure of the church.
Oh, I believe that.
That's a scam. Like, my church still has a building fund. We put the addition on 5 years ago. Why are we still paying for this goddamn building
Ain't
fund?
shit done changed.
Amen, church.
Ain't shit changed.
Hey, that's how their church gonna be set up. We paying dues on stuff that's not even we gonna ever
Hey, you gonna
get.
see me riding the BMW?
No,
Put up in the caddy.
On site. That's what I'm gonna do. This is where my motherfucking money going. Where my
like
kids?
for real, let's Joel Osteen.
Oh, yeah. I do-
$68 million in the wall.
My thing is, I don't
Yeah, that's
know.
wild. That was
I don't
wild.
want to count people pockets. You get your money.
Yeah.
But how you getting your money,
I
bro?
gotta question
I
it.
question that.
I
shit,
got a
bro.
question.
You know what's crazy? I really do believe that. Excuse me. I really do believe that
Yeah, you
religion
gassy
should
this
be.
week.
I am.
First it was Derek.
Oh, that's right. What? You don't pass that shit to me.
Sick, bro.
You ate that damn
Sick.
It was your that cake in that that's Seagram's. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
That boy was that. He called me half dead.
Appetite or nothing, bro. I ain't
my
eaten
God.
2 days.
You alright?
Hell no, that nigga ain't alright.
No, I'm about to say, no,
That
he
boy
not.
got the Kovo.
The Kovo.
Go-
He
the
got
Kovo.
the Kovo.
It ain't the vid no more. It's the Kovo. You know why? Because it gets you undercover.
That's right.
That's
But,
that new strain.
Y'all, I forgot my whole train of thought. I forgot my whole train of thought.
No,
I do believe.
I want done though, but I was there.
No, I was just saying. Religion. I don't think religion should be profited. I don't think you should make. I don't think nobody involved in religion should make money. I think that you should have a job.
Oh, buddy. Make my money as a musician sometimes.
No.
That's nice.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
phone.
I'm talking
Stop
about.
that. Wait a
I'm talking
minute.
about you making bread.
Buku.
Yeah.
Like TD
You
Jakes.
like you living off of it.
Yeah, like you know,
TD
TD
Jakes.
Jakes. I love TD Jakes, but I be looking.
Let's be real. Like, you a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
You the one that wanted this mega church or whatever, right? What's the point of me
Donating to you.
donating to fix some shit in here when you already got it?
That's why the church is not the building. It's what's in here.
Exactly.
It's what's
Preach.
in
man.
here.
Preach.
That's what
Praise
people
the
be
Lord,
fucking up
everybody.
at. It's like I said, that building fund. Let's be real. This just to pay the rent. This is just to keep the goddamn lights on. That's all this is.
Yes,
The
yes.
building been built.
I
The
still gotta show
doorknob
y'all
on.
this video, bro.
He done took
Yeah.
the mic off the stage.
Oh shit!
Hey, look.
Let's go,
As he get ready to do that, I got this.
Because me and the wifey we were just talking about this yesterday.
I gotta
It's
hit
the
it.
door open. The door open, man. Let me get out the door.
Run through it either way.
Let the pastor have it. Let
Like
the,
mean Bishop?
why is your members poor but you come up but you live in a mansion and driving the finest car but your members they struggling.
Come on, Blueberry Pimp. Come on, Blueberry Pimp.
How is that possible?
Blueberry pound.
But yet every Sunday on top of offering you having your trustees hold a plate
For your
for
ass.
you.
And then had the nerve to say,
And if
will
it's
a man
That motherfucker.
rob
shit.
God?
and then if it's not enough money in the plate, you can tell it pass it back around again.
He throwing shade.
this person.
Why? For what?
Real person. He
For
felt that
what?
in his spirit.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Nah, I need to hear more. Keep going.
Because I can't. Because I
I feel
agree
like
with
you got
everything.
more.
Oh, he got more.
But-
But going for 2 hours.
Okay, you got people donate money to church, but don't nobody know where the money went to.
Come on, somebody.
Oh,
Praise
there
the
it is.
Lord, everybody.
Come on now. Where
Come
the
on,
money going
Pastor.
to?
Wait.
Where the money going to?
So he get.
Look, let me tell you, my cousin,
time, Pastor.
before you continue, Pat, my cousin hit the lottery. He gave $7,000 to the church for the building fund. The building been built.
Let it go. Yeah.
That's when I asked the question, everyone just, well, God, you said God love a cheerful giver. Well, we done fucking gave and give, and what the fuck we done got?
Like how you be $1,000 behind the light bill? Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
But
Uh-oh.
but
Uh-oh.
your members been giving every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
No less than 100.
Granny
You
going
might not have
pork and
enough
she give it
members,
to the
but your members
church.
been giving every
No, fuck
Sunday.
that. They got no less than 100.
J. Cole.
I know they get at least 5. Them real,
Come
You
on
know
now.
he know the
And-
numbers.
and
goddamn.
real fucking Christians. They gonna get like 5,
And how
10
you-
every time.
And how's
You
your
got the
bill?
20.
How's your light bill that high when
You
you
been
just
in there.
recently
You know, I was an usher.
been back in
I
because
seen
you've been
what they
closed for
wrote on
COVID?
some of them cards.
So come on now.
I seen what
Some
they
ain't
wrote on
adding
some of
up.
them envelopes. I was an usher for a minute. I know what they be writing on them envelopes.
The lights don't even be on that long. Like my church, the lights only on Sunday and Wednesday.
My church.
That's right.
Why the light bill so high?
Yes, you're
Why?
right.
You know, they're there for regular service and Bible study.
I don't know.
You might have a church
Cars
meeting.
be parked in that motherfucker sometimes.
They just park there. It's like you park in the parking lot.
They be in that bitch.
Nah, please continue.
Be that
You
don't
speaking
gamble.
the real truth. Please continue.
I don't understand. Like,
Gambling in the house of the Lord.
and then when your members, you know, when something happen, your members they fall behind on their bills. Oh, the church can't help you. Oh, but when the church fall behind, y'all need to give. Y'all need to give. God loves a cheerful giver.
Yep.
Well, I've been giving. I ain't cheerful no more.
Exactly.
I'm broke. I can't pay the bills at my house. I can't pay the bills here.
There it is. I was going to say
I
it.
can't do
That
it.
on the shirt.
I'm broke. Dot.
Yeah. I'm broke. Cause my lights off at my house, but when I go to your house, Pastor, it's on, and you got 30-day tasks in your car. Come on now.
I got
What's
a
up with
question.
What's up?
Why do church folks be all mad about gambling and shit like that, but you doing raffle tickets in the parking lot?
What's up?
What's the difference?
That's what
Exactly, and I need to go gamble so I can give you some money, cause you gonna ask for it next Sunday.
I'm glad I bought this topic.
I see. Boy, got some beef with some
No,
dudes,
but he's
man.
speaking
No,
the truth.
Nah, it's
though.
fact.
I'm gonna
It's
tell you
like-
off camera what the hell going on. You'll figure it out afterwards. Just keep listening.
probably
Praise the Lord, everybody.
Subscribe to their Patreon.
Please.
To hear the real story.
Facts. Go
I
ahead.
figure I'd give y'all a little.
Go ahead, Eric.
But the second thing I had, this was the personal reason. I'm glad Ford said that because I was just gonna be doing what I said. I'm glad he got that off his and my chest.
Take that damn coat
Get
off.
that boy a fan. Get that boy a
I feel
fan.
light now. I feel light.
He had to move the mic. He said, "Nah, hell no."
You better feel heavy.
Why stand to the side?
Your
I got
ass fall on
something to
that
say.
floor, that's where you gonna be at. Tell you that right there, because I'm not getting your ass up.
But like my second thing was, and this is more of a me thing, is that the government killed JFK.
I agree.
Just because it's like I was watching the
That's part of
video.
some shit I got too.
When the president goes to certain locations, they send the Secret Service to check it out. They changed the route. That's one. Second thing, the route they changed it to, each building had open windows, over 2,000 windows. None of them were checked. None of them were checked.
This the president.
For the president. Then when when he comes through, of course, like we know the history of Lee Harvey Oswald did it. But there was 3 shots, and there was only 2 rounds found where he was. Come on, bro.
Bro, that video is crazy.
Come on.
Yeah, that is one of the wildest conspiracy theories.
And then there's a picture when was it? I forgot who was being sworn in when he was being sworn as president. Y'all leave it in the
Jimmy
comments.
Carter?
No, I want Jimmy Carter. Hell no, that was too early. I want to say something told me to say LBJ, but it could
Who
be.
came after him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
LBJ. When he was being sworn in, there was a picture of the head of the Secret Service, who also killed Fred Hampton, winking at him. Come the fuck on. Like, this was an inside job. JFK was about to shut all this shit down, help minorities, and put all the dirty laundry out. And they said, nah, he done took it too far. That's like my biggest thing. It's like, we know it's true. Like, stop bullshitting. You killed
like,
Malcolm, you killed JFK.
I'm about to say just like Martin.
You killed Fred Hampton. You killed Martin Luther King. Anytime a black man has to rise up, he's a threat. You killed Huey P. Newton. Let's stop the bullshit. We know what happened. That's my biggest thing. But the church one was the best one.
That's why they didn't let Bernie Sanders in, because they know he was gonna help us.
No, that ass.
I do agree wholeheartedly on that. I am 100% sure that Bernie Sanders did not become president because of the fact that he was actually going to help minorities.
They just didn't want to kill him.
I wholeheartedly believe
Damn,
that.
fool.
That was gonna happen if he got in.
Heart attack.
Always a heart attack.
Oh, natural death.
Yeah,
'cause he was
natural
old.
causes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know they're gonna throw that in there.
Yeah.
I agree with all that shit.
Praise the Lord. I just want to thank Jesus
You think
Look, after we didn't talk trash about church.
for allowing me to be here.
Was it trash
Father
or was
God,
it the truth?
I can't be held accountable for these people here. Just only for myself.
Lord, you
'cause
know
I-
what's
not
going on
forget-
in your house.
let's
You
not
know what's
forget-
going on.
Exactly. You know what's going on up
When
in
I
there.
get
You
to-
know Joe don't come every Sunday. Talking about
Oh.
he a good Christian. Sorry.
He know. Everybody in this room know.
That's right.
Weddings,
um,
funerals, and Easter. That's the only time he go.
There it is.
Christmas and Easter.
Weddings,
Christmas.
funerals, and Easter. He don't go no Christmas.
Come
Nah,
on now.
He don't go for the. He don't go for Jesus' birthday.
Come on now.
You don't go to his party.
Oh, man. Too early for me, Bo. But I was just gonna say to wrap up the church part. You also got to remember that Satan was an angel at one point too,
Come on, Lucifer.
and that and that one of Jesus' disciples was the traitor.
Judas.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't think of the man
You gotta remember that when you criticize that of the church,
who
you
let
gotta,
him hung himself for what he had done.
there it is.
Come on, somebody. We want to
But
thank
you
you
gotta-
for communion this Sunday
Oh,
because
Lord.
we knew it was the blood that saved
I
me.
know it was the blood.
I'm gonna add on what you got to say, Joe. When you done. I'm gonna be patient.
These men really just took us to church, like, because I wholeheartedly thought I was about to get a dry cracker and some wine.
The best part of church.
I ain't gonna hold you. Communion be good sometimes though. If you going to right communion Sunday, it be good.
Nah, I like the announcements because they don't know how to say shit. Choir hustle. It's on Wednesday.
After Bible study,
If you park in pastor's parking space, please move your. You know they gotta put the glass. To those of you who feel that,
They falling. Like, put some tape around them things or something, bro.
I hate y'all.
That won't me, man.
stupid.
I ain't gonna do that. That's funny.
praise the Lord, everybody.
That's
All
funny.
the choir members was
I
not
want
at
to hear
church.
what you got, though, bro. I want to hear what you got because I'm so curious as to what your conspiracies are.
It ain't too bad. You want me to go?
Yeah.
He shot up the club.
you killed two.
He ended up, sure did. And
Shut the
Biggie.
fuck up.
You knocked out Suge
What we
Knight.
not gonna do is
Yo,
pick on me.
you know what would be
even
funny?
going.
You know what would be funny?
I was.
Derek be this old ass nigga, bro, but he just look young. He had that Benjamin Button. And every time we go back and look at the picture, it's Derek walking out like this. Like he just walking in the picture somewhere.
No, you ever seen that meme? It'd be like the History Channel at 2 a.m. and it's Darth Vader sitting next to Hitler. That's Derek. He be right in the car with him. Like, I think we can oppress the black people.
Y'all stupid. All right, so mine is it's kind of similar to what y'all touched on before, and I just personally, of course, this originally came up.
Yeah,
He about to go to the dinosaurs.
I'm gonna say because he came with a topic. And I was
Oh,
like,
that's
I
why
don't
you
know.
said dinosaurs didn't exist.
Yeah, I don't really believe.
We'll talk later.
We'll talk later. This originally came up.
The whole
Also
concept
don't
of fossil fuels
Under-
and everything.
He don't
Like,
also believe in space.
I believe in space.
Oh.
We'll talk about that later.
He don't. He's how the fuck
We'll
we
talk
shit
about
look like.
that.
Proven facts
What?
about this shit, Derek.
I originally thought about this shit. Is it proven? See, we not gonna.
Nigga, finish your thought.
It is proven. All right. Derek,
Bro,
we'll
stop.
We'll talk later.
Listen, all right. Originally thought of this shit like, of course I did.
Hey, nigga, we gonna make it an unfiltered argument. Nigga, talk.
But thought about it more. But I just feel like Aaron touched on it. Like a lot of this life shit is delusional. Like a lot of this shit is real. Like not what they make it seem like. You know, it's not what they really make it seem like. How we really supposed to be living life.
I wholeheartedly agree
That
with this
shit
man.
is fucking like just fake. It's like the main things about life is like what really runs the world is like power and money. Like those are like the main two things. And I'll come back to do that.
And
But
Jesus.
I just feel like yes. I just feel like Shut the fuck
You
up.
said that like you didn't like it. You said, yeah, Jesus.
Brand just be ad-libbing.
You ain't had to roll your eyes at
Just
Jesus.
be ad-libbing.
Jesus, like, you got a problem with me?
Jesus, no. He gonna say, keep your fucking name. Keep my fucking name.
Jesus cussing. Oh, that's
Wait
wild.
a minute. I like on record. I don't agree with that at all.
Listen.
Let that man finish.
I feel like we know a lot of shit, but we just know enough. We just know enough to progress in life and be optimistic about the future. Like pretty much how he was saying JFK got killed. The government killed niggas that know
Niggas die
shit.
every day, B.
But you know some shit.
You definitely dead, B.
You know some shit.
I'm finna play
I mean,
dumb.
they killed Jesus because he knew what was going. He knows what goes
You know
on.
what
They
I'm saying?
crucified him. They put him on the cross.
But on the third day, he
What
rose.
Jesus in the
He
gym?
rolling his eyes at Jesus.
He wasn't
But on
with
the third
Jesus, he got his fucking,
can't
he
talk.
got your fucking name in your mouth again.
He wasn't with
We
Jesus.
wasn't
in the
balling
gym.
with Jesus in the gym. Oh, that's hilarious.
He wasn't with Jesus in the gym.
Oh, that's funny.
But no, like for real,
But
like
he's with me
if you
everywhere I
listen
go.
To, if y'all ever heard like Wallow talk from $1 Million Worth of Game, and he just talk about his like jail stories, or you just hear any like inmates just talk, or former inmates just talk about jail.
Every
You
day.
hear him be like, you have to go insane to stay sane.
Yeah.
And I just feel like sometimes, a lot of times, that's how fucking reality is. Like,
Wow.
we are just programmed to think this fucking way. So, if we know some real shit, then it'll be a whole different story.
I disagree
Really,
completely. I was
like life, like life is really just like it's all about perception.
Yeah.
Like everybody got a different perspective when it comes to shit. Like that's just similar to like the half empty, half full analogy. We can look at the same shit, and think something different, but it doesn't necessarily mean that one person is right and one person is wrong. So it's like, so when you think about all of that, you sit back and think, actually open your eyes up and look at life, and you be like, yo, life is really fucked up, and the people in it is really fucked up. Like, so what is actually the truth when you actually think about some shit?
You know what's funny? You say what's actually the truth. I got another conspiracy. When you get done,
No, go ahead. Jump in there, John.
Jesus was a black man.
Damn,
That ain't no
that's
conspiracy.
facts.
That's facts.
That's facts.
Why? Y'all with me?
Actually,
Y'all
no.
with me? Y'all
I'm gonna
with me?
disagree with it. He was
Like,
Middle Eastern.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
easier. Like I understand why people.
Yeah.
You stupid.
But have you seen people from? Look at Gal Gadot. Like, look at her skin texture. There's people darker than her who are Israeli. So Jesus came from there. Then he's not black.
Mute this nigga, man.
No, but I feel like I understand why. Like we need to focus.
Thank you.
Mute the yellow one next. Mute the yellow one next.
It's stupid. I know why. Like it's easier for us to like just pretty much focus on ourselves. Because when you start thinking outside of yourself, you start uncovering shit. You hear people all the time. It's like you unlearning shit that you've been taught in school and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just feel like as a black person, a black man, I just feel like our community is just easily manipulated. You know, I feel like if we know the game, like if we know the game, you stupid. If we know the game,
He was gonna stop cussing. He didn't.
if we know the system,
Right.
why the fuck we continue to play the game if we know what the fuck the system
Because
is?
most niggas is lazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Complacent.
But that's the thing.
If you don't put me in the game, what you want me to do for you?
But that's the thing too. You know what I'm saying?
Mac
People-
Bill,
Triple
boy.
A say it's all about the game.
But shut the fuck up.
You having a hard time tuning us out today.
Nah, it's Ray's over here.
What I do? I didn't do nothing. He didn't want to be talking about Triple H. You want to play the game, goddamn.
Yeah, you heard that?
Yeah, you heard that?
Listen,
I thought I whispered that shit too.
listen.
He's not good
No,
here.
no, don't do that.
No, Ray, you do this every episode. Shut up, man.
Let me say that, baby. You don't put me in the game. What you want me to do for you?
But if we know the system, like is it beatable? Like, can we beat the system? I feel like as an individual, it's easier to progress in life. But when you just talking about the community as a whole, playing as a team, then that's when shit start getting a little tricky.
But you balled before, right?
Huh?
You balled before, right?
He was shooting in the gym with Jesus. You ain't hear him?
That's funny. But you
Hey,
can-
look, I hate to really
like,
get
you
off.
know,
topic.
like,
Go ahead,
you
Joe.
can have talented people on your team with pure talent, but if it's still a team effort, you know. And I think that's the thing about it is that when you're talking about the individual, like, you can be the exceptional Negro and make it far, but then you can try to pull when you start spitting facts or when you start spitting logic or even your wokeness, and they look at you like, man, shut up. You know, anybody trying to hear that
That's
shit.
when you eat with the people you start with.
That's when you got to realize, like, yeah, you are by yourself on a lot of things. I think the concept of insanity, I never thought of them as like people that were crazy. I think they were people that saw the world for what it was, and they understand more of the world than we do. You know, if you look at, like, even to be a nerd, like, look at the Joker. Like, his reality is what it is. Like, you know, you write him off as a crazy clown dude, but then when you watch, like, for people that aren't nerds and who watch the movie, you understand how he got to be who he was. But that's his reality. But we as a society paint him off as crazy because it's easier for us to say, instead of us saying there's something wrong with the system and with the world,
There's something wrong with this clown ass.
exactly, we write him off.
Right.
Now, as an African American, it's easy to write us off because 9 times out of 10, if you are the exceptional Negro progressing, you are by yourself. You don't really have
Like Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yep, or even Colin Kaepernick. If you even think about it, like, it's easy for people to write us off because we don't have that backbone. We don't have that money and that power. You can be rich, but you don't have money and power.
I'm gonna disagree a little bit about Kaepernick, just because it's a conflicting conversation. Because it's like you made a whole documentary depicting the NFL as slavery, but yet you're trying so hard to get back in it. Well, if it was that fucking horrible and you compared it to slavery, why would you want to go back? But at the same time, he didn't have a few good seasons before everything either.
I think it's the love of the game, man.
Well, I think two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's
Because
why I say one person can be right. Don't mean the other person is right.
I love the seriousness of the conversation, but you know I'm finna go left.
go ahead.
Why the calendar got 82?
I was looking at that earlier.
82 days into the wedding.
Oh, that's the wedding. That makes sense.
I was looking at that.
I was like, it's not August
I was
2nd.
like, I didn't even think that. I was like, why the fuck is there an 8 in the front if you only got a 1 as the number? Like, you only gonna have, like, you know, either a 0 or a 1 there because it goes
Slide
from
my chair closer to dirt.
I'm about to say, I knew it wasn't like no calendar. I knew it was some type of countdown.
Well,
Well,
my
first
thing
of all-
I was like, why is the words there instead of like a 0 or a
First of all,
1?
I can't see word the damn, so I can't see the letters. I thought it was days or something. So I don't know what the fuck. But I know the days
So
are
every-
28th, and I'm
so
like, wait a minute.
Every day y'all come in here, y'all flip that motherfucker up, boy.
She flipped it.
I just think it's funny. He said it
So you can move your ass on back over this way. That was a sheep flip.
He said it so calm. It was like
82 days.
82 days to the
wedding.
wedding.
I knew it was some type of countdown. I didn't know what it was.
I didn't know what it
Y'all
was
need to
over
get a
there.
clock.
He
One
get
of them
that shit
things.
from No Way Home. Excuse me.
That fucked me up because
Are these
it's the
still Lego?
28th, 82.
Yeah.
Damn.
Man, 82
But-
days.
I feel bad as fuck now.
That's because
to close that off, it's
Where my
like,
invite?
you know how people always say, like, history repeats itself.
Kansas spots the king.
So, if history repeats itself, why the fuck you think shit gonna get better in our lifetime?
But do you think that's a reason
But
to give
history's
up?
written by the winners, bro. We don't never hear the losers. We don't hear the losers side.
Jesus.
Who the fuck
How many
in
times I
control?
gotta keep
That's what I'm
telling
saying.
you?
We don't hear
That's
the
another
loser side. We hear about the Louisiana Purchase. We hear that
that's one-
Thomas
hey.
Jefferson. What was it?
And I'm gonna finish this conversation, but I'm gonna follow up what you said too.
It's like we hear like Thomas Jefferson bought the territory from France for the Louisiana Purchase, but we don't learn about how that France was in debt because they got their asses beat by Haitians. So they needed to make some money back.
Yeah.
We don't hear about that part.
I knew
But-
about that part.
If
Well,
Ford say
that's
got
good for
something
you.
I got you.
Good job.
But lastly, just like how I said, like we manipulated, like and just history just repeats itself. Like what do you really think we like black people as a whole community is going to be in the next 50 years, 100 years?
I
'Cause
think we'll be better.
We're easily manipulated though.
I disagree.
And we started with nothing.
Joe.
So if we get a little money,
I
and
disagree.
a little power.
Joe, you know I'm the
I mean,
optimistic
it's good
one
to
out of us.
disagree.
Well, I
I
disagree.
disagree with you.
Usually, I always jump on Aaron for being a positive person, but I disagree because you do look at us, like
Individuals.
yeah,
I'm
but
talking as a
then
whole.
but you gotta realize like it takes few great individuals to make a change. You know what I'm saying? Jesus had 12 disciples. That was it. If you want to keep using religion, that was it.
But they turned their back on them, bro.
That was it. That's all you have. You know, yeah, you got the Son of God, but it's only one person. Sometimes you just need exceptional people around you to make the change. That does not mean the change going.
And I feel like we've seen those exceptional people.
No, I think,
and they ain't here no more.
but I think that's the other thing too. I think black people need to start letting those people go, and you need to start being the exceptional people. But then I see it more and more. I see we have the conversations, we have the, you know. Like last time when Greg was over here and we was talking, because you know Greg was like, well, you know, step up, blah blah blah. I see that. I don't see it from the majority, no. But then I never saw stuff from the majority, because when you talk about civil rights, it was just as much people telling Martin Luther King sit his ass down, stop fucking with the white folks, than it was people rallying behind him. You're always gonna have opposition when you in them trenches.
Joe, I would say that. I mean, cut you off. I hear what you're saying. You shouldn't let the adversity stop you from doing something great.
Exactly.
However, once again, niggas are complacent.
What's that got to do with you?
What's
What's that got to do with you?
I'm the exception. I'm not the rule.
But what's that got to do with
That's what I'm
you?
saying.
That's
We
what
are
I'm
the
saying.
exceptions.
But
We
all
not
right,
the rule.
but
That's what I
okay.
already said, Joe.
But okay, but my
Yo,
thing is
I said
too.
as an individual,
But my
you can
thing is
progress in
too.
life, but when you
Look, they don't put the mics
when
down.
you start thinking about other people.
My
that's when
thing
shit
is,
get
you know that the system's fucked. All right, I'm not saying that y'all gotta jump into politics
Like
or
your
be
watch.
involved in politics, but you make bread. You put your money where your mouth is.
Look what Nipsey did, though. He did the same shit, and we still killed him. We still
What's that
killed
got to
him.
do with you?
Wait a minute.
got
Wait
to
a
So
do
minute.
you gonna
Wait
so
a
what you
minute.
so
Who
it's
is we?
So you're not
What's
so.
that gotta
But
do with?
exceptional
We didn't kill nobody.
That's-
But so
the
you,
exception.
yeah, Martin Luther King died. Malcolm X died. Like, that's my thing. That's what keeps us in our positions, because y'all sit there, y'all see these exceptional people, y'all see people die, and that y'all make that a deterrent. It's not a deterrent. You
It's
fight.
not- no. I'm not saying that's a deterrent. I agree with you that it should not be a deterrent. I'm talking about influence. No one's gonna give a fuck about MLK. They
Who?
gonna give a fuck. Majority
care,
of
right?
black people.
You care?
Joe, the exception is not the rule.
You care though, right?
If we had 10,000 black people and one person
think-
wants to run and make something great for, let's say like Atlanta, the most black populated place ever. If 9,000 of the 10,000 don't fuck with him, they lose.
I think
And it's not even for fair
I'm gonna keep it a
reasons.
stack with you. I think the reason I have a hard time disagreeing with this is because I think y'all give too many fucks about the majority. What the fuck is the?
and also-
Because you can
But
only
the
change.
when
You
has-
can only change
when
yourself,
has the
correct?
when has the minority?
But you can only change
hold
yourself.
on. When has the minority ever benefited to the majority?
Nigga,
never.
are you in chains right now? What the fuck are you talking about?
Bro.
It was one black woman taking people for slaves. It
You
was
right.
Frederick Douglass sitting there talking that shit.
You right.
Nat Turner, it was one motherfucker.
But who
When there
made
was
it all
thousands of
happen?
slaves.
Abe Lincoln. He signed
No.
the dotted line.
Okay, what the fuck? Use the white man.
The white man signed the dotted line. Niggas
Nah.
didn't do that. It
Y'all
was
talking- Y'all talking crazy.
It was slaves revolting against Nat Turner.
Yeah, exactly.
We had black
This
people-
shit ain't changed, bro.
We're still doing it today.
But you're not a slave, Aaron.
But we're still in the mentality of holding niggas down.
But you're not a
Crabs in a
slave.
bucket.
Did you
We're
pick
crab-
cotton this morning?
We're crabs
Did
in
you?
a bucket.
Did you?
We are the exceptions.
Did you pick cotton
we
this
are
morning?
Crabs and what the fuck is that? Did you?
Did you pick cotton this morning?
Y'all act like y'all ain't on this podcast. Y'all step in. You want me to step in?
I'm trying to get the armor. Did you?
Now they arguing.
Did you?
Now they arguing.
But it's like my point is.
Derrick Robinson, Joseph Tony, the Red Watson, and Deshaun Ford.
Who named it first? Yours.
Y'all better act like it's yours. Shit.
Hey, look, who named on the top of the dotted lines we said on the LLC?
But Joe, what I'm trying to say is what you're saying is not wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm really not. But my point is I'm agreeing with Derek more because, for example, we talked about FBC. No offense, Derek. You, Trey, G, Talik, y'all are exceptions of FBC. Who are these motherfuckers following? The other motherfuckers who still work at Walmart. 3 kids, no ambition, but they cool. So they're gonna want to emulate that. They're not going to be a
But
teacher
that's
like.
always though, bro.
But that's everybody, Joe. They're not going to be a teacher like Tyleek. They're not going to want to be a teacher like G. They're not going to want to go to school like Dare. They're going to want to smoke weed and
all
fuck
you
bitches.
can do-
Because
all
Lil
you
Durk
can
said
do-
so. Because Pooh Shiesty said so. Because these niggas in the streets said so.
I hear what you saying, and that's all. I already said that. I said that's why it's better to focus on myself. When you start thinking outside of yourself and want to help other people and think as a community, that's when shit just don't go as planned. But then if you are thinking about yourself, you are thinking about yourself. Listen, you are thinking about yourself, and we don't want to put all our energy just thinking white people is just stopping us, because it's not just white people.
That's
stopping
right.
us.
That's
right.
Black people is stopping us too.
That's right.
So if you don't want to see another motherfucker great, then what the fuck can you do? Who can you go to?
And that's when the white people come in.
And
Look at Wayne Brady, Alfonso Ribeiro. They got castrated by black people.
And then it's a cycle. And then what do people do when a black person gets successful? You think they in Illuminati. You don't even believe this. You don't even believe they got there because of hard work.
I hear what y'all saying. I really do. But the reason I disagree is because, the majority always going to be a group of followers. That's how it's always been.
But that's why I'm talking about them. I understand that.
Exactly. You can't.
I know I'm gonna be something like
exactly. And then when
I'm referring to the majority because I want to see my.
But you know what's crazy?
I want to see my people.
I'm 95% sure. This is how crazy life works. These niggas really walked out.
What the fuck are y'all doing?
I'll take them both.
Where'd Rand go? Oh.
Man.
But what I was saying was that when Martin Luther King, let's use him for example, when he was born, his mother never looked at him and said, that boy gonna be a civil rights leader. I'm 95% sure she didn't have a clue. She had him, raised him, kept him going. I'm not saying that in our lifetimes, in our children's lifetime, in our grandchildren's lifetime that we're gonna see the exceptional change. But we don't know if we're going to birth the next leader. We don't know if we're going to birth the next person.
But we can influence them, Joe.
Exactly.
We can influence.
We can take being the exception. We can take what we know. We can take our knowledge on the system. We build it. We continue to grow. And then we influence and teach our kids.
But Joe, at the end of the day, to be influenced, you have to be receptive to it. If Tyleek and G over there teaching about why it's important for you to understand the world, get this education, if you don't want to school, at least get some skill to be an ambitious person in life. But Pooh Shiesty is in their headphones, and NBA YoungBoy's in their headphones talking about fuck this shit, make money.
Kids, bro,
they're gonna listen to that.
Bro, if I got 20
it's
kids,
influence.
if I got 20 kids, my job is to influence one. I don't give a fuck about the 19 that don't listen.
Why not give a fuck about the 19?
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you because you are one person. You are one person, Aaron. Your job is to do the best job that you are able to do.
Right.
If you are able to influence one person out this world, that's it. That one person can be the person.
Why is it with us? We have to. It's just the one person.
What you gonna do?
Look. January 6th. White people was on one fucking accord, stormed the Capitol. It wasn't no one person.
It was other
they
white
all
people
stuck
over
together.
there too.
But however, when it's us, it's always one, and it's like
it was black people in those streets protesting and rioting. What are you going on about?
What I'm going on about is influence is not on our side because we don't praise the proper influence.
I think influence is on our side, but y'all focus on the
fashion,
motherfuckers that don't give a fuck.
Niggas, shooting, smoking weed, basketball, music.
You smoke
the exceptions
all the time.
The exceptions. Joe, the exceptions
I'm
is not the
saying
rule.
If it's
nobody's
RDC said
nobody's gonna want to be
3 out of 4 people. That's 3 out of 4 niggas that involved in something. If the majority of us in this room don't do it, that's 5 people in this room that don't condone what you're talking about. But you're paying attention to the other 20 motherfuckers that do.
Because we could use that.
But your job is to be the best of the job.
But when molding our community,
I get what you're saying.
I get what you're
So my
saying.
thing is, why are we focused on the motherfuckers that don't want nothing, but we don't focus on the niggas that do want something?
But then we go back. If we always want to go back to religion. We always want to go back to religion. If your calling is to help other fucking people, that's your calling. So you gonna put that stress on yourself as just a one individual to help other people.
What's wrong with that?
Lift up.
What's wrong with that?
But it's not always on your side. Like
Nigga,
Not always on your
you
side.
know what's crazy is that, let me tell you something. The world's fucked up. It's trash. It's shit. Gas is $4 a gallon. Niggas can barely eat. I work at social services. This nigga works for Mo. You work for Liberty. This nigga's incorrect. These niggas are in corrections. We see negative shit all the time on a daily basis. My job is to take the little bit of positivity I got and I spread it. That's it. I don't have the resources. I don't have the money, the power. I'm probably never gonna be able to see the change I want. And I understand. I understand.
In our lifetime, we're not gonna see it.
I understand. I'm not expecting to though. I know it's the majority of these motherfuckers acting crazy. You get on social media, the majority say one thing, the other majority say something else.
Got the majority shaking ass on.
Hey, yes.
Influence.
My thing is though, I don't give a fuck.
I ain't mad about it.
Me and mine's.
I'm not saying we give a fuck, but when I'm just talking, my point of view is as a whole. I know I don't give a fuck with the next person. I don't give a fuck what y'all do. I know I'm gonna get it.
Exactly.
Y'all better just come along with me. Can somebody get my charger?
Please hurry up, somebody, cause did this shit cut off? I swear to God.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go get it.
He gonna bust his ass trying to get the charge.
I'm gonna try to bring everybody else with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't come, then you
Because
don't come.
that means like in our personal circle too, you know, like we can want to do better and we can want everybody else to do better. But nigga, if you ain't on my path,
But when does the want turn to do? Is my question.
I don't think you're gonna make somebody do what they don't want to do.
You're
though.
not gonna make nobody do what they want to do. But this is when I hate a motherfucking complainer. If you talking about you want this and you want that and
you
want
ain't
this
doing
and
nothing
you ain't
to
doing
do it?
nothing,
Hey.
I'm pissed at you.
But you know what?
I went to school with niggas who claimed there was gonna be something. Where they at right now? Not doing shit.
Look,
and that ain't my responsibility.
I give you all that.
However, it's still one of those things where we preach community, unity, have our backs. We don't do that. It's not gonna get better. It's not gonna get worse. I think we're gonna stay stagnant.
I don't think so.
I think we're gonna stay. I'm glad you optimistic in this because usually I'm the optimistic person.
I look at you and
Joe,
like
thank you for looking at me.
but
Niggas don't give a fuck about Aaron Barksdale. They give a fuck about. I'm not gonna say their names. They give a fuck about niggas I went to school because they was cool, because they could hoop, because they could play football.
But I think
and they want to idolize that.
I think
and
that's
they
a
realize
chip on
these
your
niggas ain't
shoulder
doing
though,
nothing.
because you got
Is that a chip or is that reality?
Because you got
Or is that
30-year-old
reality?
men. You got 30-year-old men in here watching your fucking podcast. You the youngest nigga in here. We asked you to be on, so it don't matter what the fuck them young niggas
Hold
doing.
on. I asked to be.
You old, bro.
I put 30 on me, bro.
I asked to be on because I like what y'all do.
Punch your finger at me.
My thing is though, bro.
The difference with that is we are people that know we need to support each other.
Right.
Not everybody's gonna do that.
But I'm not looking for
Then
them
to go
everybody
back
else.
to his point, they only support the popular person.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck about them. I never was
You don't
one.
have to give a fuck about them.
But I mean,
But if
because my thing is
If
okay.
nobody gives a fuck about us, where we gonna find us?
All right. Well, let me say this. Let me say this.
That's my point.
Let me say this. All right. Let's say I got 20 people over there that I'm so focused on. I want to get their attention. I want them to get their support. But let's say it's 5 people over there. Let's say it's 5 people over there that have the money, the power, the influence, and the resources compared to that 20. Why would I focus on the 20 when I can go focus on the 5?
All right, let me ask you this, because it's kind of similar to what I was saying. Like, just black people don't want to see other people.
I love that we have an episode where we bashing black people.
But they gotta get this work too.
They do.
No, they do.
They
Facts.
Black people gotta get this work too.
But it's like I didn't mean to cut you off
Our
there.
community, like,
Oh man, I
no,
forgot.
no.
I got this busted up Sandra camera.
Our community, let's say our community don't want to. Our community don't want to support what we got going on.
They don't.
Put
You
your
know
name
what I'm
down.
saying? Our community don't support what we got
Comfortable.
going on. So we go to the next town where it's majority white people.
Mm-hmm.
Them motherfuckers got everything that I need.
Mm-hmm.
Them motherfuckers the ones that putting the money in my pocket. Them motherfuckers the ones that give me the resources that I need. Right?
Mhm.
So they did all of this for me to put me in the position that I need
I'm
to
bad,
be like
bro.
to help take care of myself, take care of my family. If I want to get back to them before I want to get back to the community, why would you call me a sellout?
I agree with you.
And you ain't do shit for me.
And
I
that's
agree
what,
with you.
and that's what my point was about. Like
how you call Ice Cube a sellout? Ice Cube.
he gave black men.
NWA
He
Ice
gave
Cube,
black men jobs.
when he wanted to talk to the motherfucker in charge and do something for us.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. But then
That's why I
again,
said black people easy to
but then
manipulate.
again, I'm gonna
Then
say
it comes
this.
to the information as well.
I was about to say it also goes back to this. A lot of people, not just white, I mean not just black, but white also, other races, we have gone to the point now where information is passed so easily, we don't even bother researching stuff no more. We don't bother digging. We don't bother learning. We don't bother educating ourselves. And it's crazy because the tools are right there in front of our faces. And
Is it?
oh yeah, it's right there.
That's why I go back to what is really the truth, because like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that 2020 is one of the worst financial years in the country.
My baby.
But the top
keep talking about the white
motherfuckers,
folk.
I understand you make
baby
good
had
investments, but if nobody's spending money, how the fuck you still making millions of dollars and motherfuckers still getting poor out here?
And it was like
That
my
shit doesn't make
point.
sense to me.
My point was we're comparing January 6th to like a Black Lives Matter rally. They went out there and unfortunately what they did was horrible. But white people historically will always back each other up.
Oh, yeah, that's facts
matter
on that.
what.
Right.
No
On
matter
facts
My
on
baby
that.
back me up
But with
regardless.
us-
You feel me?
But with
My
us,
baby back me up regardless. You know what I'm saying?
but it's like
you know what I'm saying?
MLK had a 60. It was either 62 or
Don't do that
64.
because I'm still mad at you. They don't make up for that.
from the black
They
community.
don't make up for that.
But then you know what's crazy
He
though
tried it.
is he had the majority of people disapproving of him, and still fucking made a change.
They missed all that.
Yeah,
You know that's my point.
We
It's
had
like
a whole side
because he
conversation.
died.
unfortunately,
But I say, if he ain't
yeah.
died, where would we be now?
But you
Real
know,
shit.
unfortunately, I hate to say it, and I mean I really hate to say it. Lord knows, I would
Say it,
never
goddamn
want to
it.
see one of us pass away.
Right.
But I do understand that God works in mysterious ways.
Praise
I
the
understand that the universe works in mysterious ways.
Come on now.
Don't
that
bring that
everything-
Taurus Aquarius shit in here.
That
I'm just
I understand that as a Pisces, but no, I understand that certain stars have to align perfectly for change to occur, and unfortunately, you know, you dying for a higher purpose is, you know, it might have to happen. It sucks.
You know,
It's trash.
But you know something else we talking about too? Trust. Trust is very
Yeah.
important.
We don't trust each other.
Let's talk about Kevin Samuels. I hate to talk about Kevin Samuels, like, you know, people don't want to talk about it, but I'll talk about that nigga. He made a point of how when he got his start in being a image consultant and making lots of money, black people never helped him. It was white people. Talking about going back to the church, people trust the pastor so much that they willing to give their last dime
Give my
and not
credit,
see
right?
no result. That's black people.
Ooh, I got
we
no
give
cap.
our money, we give our time, we give
I
our
ain't got
effort, we
one.
give our
Lord
energy
Jesus, let me
to
find
things that
something
will
real
not
nice.
end in us progressing.
Thank you.
Well,
You
I
the-
need to get my
Real
2
shit.
cents.
You the best
Yeah,
you the best damn boss I ever had.
I'm good.
got some more cake?
We can have a part 2. next episode.
All I
we
want
got
to know.
We'll
to.
have a part 2 next.
The man said the white folks
Ford,
stood together. My baby stick by me, and I'm black, so we good.
God damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
know.
you know.
Ford got a
I
point.
know, I'm
Ford
not paying
got a
attention to that nigga over there.
point. At all.
Got that hair on my face.
I'm gonna piggyback on what Aaron said about these people giving money to the
Well,
church.
oh Lord.
No, I want to
That's
hear
where the
it.
majority of my time went to the beginning.
I want to hear it.
If you ever watch BT early in the morning, you'll see a white man come on there and say,
Oh, that
Peter Popoff, the miracle spring water.
bro, that shit be
I just saw that.
that shit be killing me, bro.
And people will pay an arm and a leg for the miracle spring water.
That fake ass shit.
And say, you drink this water, the blind can see. You drink this water, all your bills gonna get paid. You drink this water, you drink this water, your shit gonna taste like strawberries. You drink this water, you drink this water, your haters gonna leave you alone. You drink this water, blah blah blah. I ain't never
Had no word like that.
drink a bottle of water and my bills got paid. I ain't never drank a bottle of water and I got a $10,000 check in the mail. That is the most disrespectful thing that a so-called man of God can do, because you're taking people money. And what people don't know that's watching TV, that those people that's on the TV saying that they got this and that from drink the water, they're actors.
Well,
And they was paid to say that. But
I want my packet of water.
he's profiting he's profiting the most. And I
want
believe
my
that
daddy's
he also got like a little cloth too. You put the cloth on the spot that hurt
Yeah.
and it's supposed to heal you.
Yeah, I see.
Nah.
I want my daddy's records.
This nigga stupid.
So like, and I don't understand why, especially the black church will pay an arm and leg for stuff like that, and they'll give all their money to the pastor, but then go home and get on the telephone and talk shit about the pastor. You just gave all your money to him.
I want my daddy's
He had to be worth something.
Man, black people get they shit to any fucking body.
Black
Anybody.
I hope I ain't
Oh,
offend you.
no. They'll sit there. One thing I know about black people, they are brand fucking loyal. A motherfucker been rocking with Tide detergent since the time they came up. Whether Tide is trash or not, they gonna swear by Tide. Look at the like conversation about cars and shit. You talk to a black person about a car, they be like, "Oh, don't get that over there." I never forget when I bought that Volkswagen. They was like, "Oh, you don't want that car. That car European. You don't want that car. That car gonna break down on you." That car got 250,000 miles on it, and it still drives. It's
Tell it fucked up that day out here in the parking lot.
that was the Honda. That was the Honda I drove.
I thought it was before you got the Honda.
I was like, I hope I ain't offend you by my FBC comment.
I couldn't figure out how to park that bitch.
But no, but it's like, to me, that's just the truth. Like, it's a microcosm of what is real life. Like, them little boys, they may talk to you, they may respect you, but it's like, that's just my point. It's like, they're not gonna do what you want, do what you do. They not gonna. I don't believe everyone will. Probably like 3 or 4.
I don't have the influence over them.
And that's true, but it's like, I see who do. LeBron, like I said, Lil Durk, the neighborhood dope man. That's where the influence lies, unfortunately. You're a great influence. G is a great influence. Tyleek is a wonderful influence. But those aren't the things that are celebrated in our culture. The dope man is. The rapper is.
That's why I said people are manipulated. Did anybody else take the time to go look at what else happened on the Oscars?
Nope.
We
Nope.
didn't give a fuck about anything else, but we wanted to look at that negative shit. We
Yep.
wanted to look at Will slapping motherfucker because it's more entertaining. Too.
It's more entertaining. Yeah, most definitely. I don't give a fuck about
What
the Oscars.
Charlamagne say?
I didn't even know it was the first time a black person was producing.
Yeah, someone told
Actually,
me that
two.
I didn't even know the Oscar
coach.
came on last night until I seen
I was
it.
thinking too.
You joking? That's Mac.
What I said,
I'll be
ratings.
Oh,
They gonna punch me one time. This motherfucker.
Listen,
Aaron looked at me. Now I know how Chris felt.
hey, listen,
Aaron Barksdale smacked the shit out
I'm
of me.
unfiltered Aaron.
listen. This was a great conversation. We probably most likely have a part 2 to it. But
I'll bring Aaron back for that one.
but
thank you.
whatever conversation that we had throughout this episode, and you feel some type of way about it, or you had something else that you want to
I tell you what the camera cut off.
comment. If you're watching this on YouTube or whatever, comment on it. You can send us a DM through the social media pages.
Don't
and we
DM me
get
because if
your,
I don't know you, I ain't gonna answer.
DM Rand too.
You DM me if I don't know you, I'm reporting you.
And you know what I'm saying? Just give us
I report.
y'all opinions about it and everything.
You better
like
be asking
that.
for a cake.
But we appreciate Aaron for joining us for this wonderful conversation.
Thank you.
Sir.
Make sure y'all check out his podcast. What you on Apple Podcasts and Spotify?
Apple Podcast, Spotify, and wherever you can find a podcast.
Wherever you find it, woke.
Put it in quotation marks.
Stay woke. Wake up!
You know what I'm saying?
Because Jesus rose
But
on the third
done
day.
with that.
Yes,
And
Lord.
roll a stone
With
away.
that-
Yes,
oh,
Lord.
Oh shit! I'm about to finish.
Oh,
Make sure y'all subscribe.
You forgot to shout out to our stuff.
I'm about to say,
Hey, what you doing?
You know what I'm saying? You can find us on social media. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link is in the corner of that video. And make sure you subscribe to our Patreon
Slap
as
me, nigga. I'm
well.
gonna get you back.
And me and Joe got an event coming up.
Nah,
We
I'm
got this
dropping
racing
out.
event coming up April 30th, man.
Nah, I
We
quit.
about
Derek
we
went.
about to post, some
stupid ass
vlogs.
I ain't
of
saying
us
nothing, nigga. You ain't running this
preparing-
fucking mile.
Preparing for that. and
Shit,
everything
you know
like
you
that.
can go in my place.
Y'all make sure
And
y'all
go
support
subscribe
that
to my page. A Taste for Glory.
Who's doing church and I shout out his own shit on my podcast.
Yeah, A Taste of Glory. Blessed and highly flavored.
Hey, listen. It's good, man. The dessert's good. Y'all go check it out, man. But with that,
I'm
y'all
gonna kill
stay,
this nigga.
Order a
man.
cake. I
y'all
got
stay blessed. Y'all stay safe.
Cakes
we
and
out
pies and
here.
shit. You all right?